Right, good morning ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our April auction here at the Radisson Blue. I will just take this opportunity, as always, to briefly explain today's terms and conditions to those that maybe haven't attended auction before. And before I start, I apologise to those that are here regularly for us. Please make sure you have registered today at the registration desk outside in the passageway there. Vitally important for two reasons, the first being health and safety, and the second being I can't accept your final bid without you've already got a buyer's number. So if you haven't already done so, please pop out and see one of my colleagues, or behind the screen there, Tina or Samra or Fasila will be able to help you. If you are the successful bidder today, you will require two things. Firstly, your ID for money laundering purposes, and secondly, a 10% deposit to be paid. Please be aware you should have in your possession a copy of the catalogue and also a copy of the addendum. The addendum is a very, very important document. It does form part of the contract, and it informs you of any changes that have been made or changes we've become aware of since the printing of the catalogue. We have 37 properties available for sale today, which will be offered to you in catalogue order. In the majority of cases, it's a 28-day completion. There are one or two exceptions to the rule, and subsequently I will bring those to your attention as we go along. One piece of advice I would give, surprising piece of advice, some may think, if you're not sure, don't bid. When this happens, you have entered into a binding contract. Not if you like it, or if you want to, or if you can be bothered to sign the contract, but actually that bit. So if you're not sure, don't bid, talk to us, we'll answer your questions, then bid me, and then we'll sort the contract. Okay? You will also be asked today for a contract documentation charge of £500 plus the VAT. That enables you to take away the legal documents, you own the property, and you will be able to present them to your solicitor in due course. I'm unable to take any questions from the rostrum, so even if you ask me, I won't answer, but one of my colleagues will be able to help you, will direct you to the right place, and certainly will answer your questions, of course. So without further ado, I'll move on to today's catalogue. We do have, I'm pleased to say, 3 or 4 property bids throughout the catalogue, and also a couple of instances, I think 3 actually, where we've got expected telephone bidders. So in certain instances, just bear with me. We make a start today upon Golf Road, Ilford, Essex, IG11SU. An outstanding lot number 1, number 20 Golf Road, with a guide price of 240, 4-bed mid-terrace residential property. As I'm sure you all know, situated in a very popular area, ideal transport links, freehold. It is currently subject to an AST and is returning £1,425 a month. So it's sold with the benefit of that, and a copy of that was presented into the legal pack yesterday. So if you haven't already seen it, please make yourself aware of that. That AST is holding over since August 2012. Okay, so there we are. Lot number 1 we start with, 20 Golf Road, Ilford, Essex. Where would you like to be? A guide price of 240. So put me in at the guide, 240 or 220 where? 220,000 to make a start. Well, 200 then, I've got 220 bid, thank you sir, 220 bid. At 220,000 bid for it, 220,000. At 220,000, 5. 225, 225, 30 may I, 225,000, at 225,000 in the doorway, 30, 230, 230. Shall you on the phone?
Yep, 230 that was.
Now I've got 230, 5, 230 in the room, 5's your bid, 235, 235, 235, telephone bid of 40, 240, 240, 5 again? 245, 245,000, 245. You're cheap to me at 245,000. 50 may I? I think we're probably stopping. 250? 250. 250. Prove me wrong. 250,000. I'll take 2 to help you at 250,000. 2 for a small one, 252. 252. 252,000. Telephone bidder at 252. At 252,000 bid. At 252,000 on bid, then 252. At 252,000, make sure my bid's on the telephone at 252,000. 254. Treat you the same, sir. 254. 254. Line in the room at 254,000. 254,000. Don't be put off. Is one any good? Try and spoil the party for them both. 255. Little one. 55 is bidding already. 6. 255. At 255,000. At 255,000 at the back of the room, make no mistake, genuine bid at 255,000. First time then, I've got you, sir, at 255. I won't take you twice. Might take you 3 or 4 times, but I won't take you twice. 255,000. Genuine bid at 255. 6. 256. Fresh blood just walked into the room. No mistake. 256. 256,000. 7. 257. At 257,000. Genuine bid straight in front of me. Gonna sell it at 257,000. Make no mistake. First time then. Second time. Third and final time at 257,000. I sell away. Thank you, sir. 257. Okay. Right. Lot number 2. We move on to 69 Connaught Road, Luton Beds, LU4. 8ER. Subject to a 6-month AST from March 2014, currently achieving £8,400 per annum. Freehold residential property, 2-bed modern terrace house, as you can see, sold with 1 garage to the rear, with the option of potentially buying the 2 further garages to the rear by separate negotiation. My suggested price is 10,000 should you want the extra 2 garages. Spacious family living accommodation should you want to use it as an owner-occupier. So there we are, at number 69 Connaught Road, Luton Beds, LU4, lot number 2, with a guide of 115,000. See what happens now. Put me in at the guide, 115,000. 115 where? Well, 100,000 to get away then. 100,000 bid. I've got 100,000 bid for it at 100. 100,000. 100,000 bid 5. 105. 105. 10. 110. 15. 115. 20. 120. 125. At 125,000. At 125,000 bid. At 125,000 bid 6. 126. 126. 126. You're very close together. 7. 127, 8, 128, 128, 128. I don't mean to look at you all the time, but you're both in my eye line at the same time, so don't worry. 9, 129, 30 may I. At 129, 30 may I. At 129, 30 if you like, 30 bid. At 130,000, at 130,000. 1 to help you at 130,000. It's going to sell at 130,000. At 130,000. Don't let me miss you at 130. In the doorway at 130,000. 500 help? At 130,000. At 130,000. Could well be his limit. At 130,000. At 130,000 bid. At 130,000 bid for it only. At 130,000. You all sure? Sold with 1 garage at 130,000. Number 69 Connaught Road, Luton. 130,000. 500 may I? Yes or no? First time then. Second time at 130,000. Third time at 130,000. Sell away at 130. Thank you, sir. No, gentlemen, your way goes north. Okay. Lot number 3 is flat 11, Holland Lodge, Grange Avenue, Ribbleton, Preston, Lancashire. Very, very nice little apartment here, with a guide of £20,000, 1-bed, second floor apartment, close to local amenities, and currently let achieving £4,800. Take a look at the legal pack, take a look at the lease, it's all there to see. Lovely cheap little investment. Achieving £4,800 off just potentially £20,000 a year. £20,000 purchase price, I should say. Where would you like to be for it? Flat 11, Holland Lodge, Grange Avenue. Once again, I ask you the guide. 20,000 or 15 to get away. We can't go too far back. 15,000. 15,000 where? 15,000 where for it then? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've got a proxy bid, so my proxy's under 15, so I'm going to go 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It's me, but it's a proxy. 19, 20, 1, 21,000. 21,000 on the book. 2, 22, 22, well, 1.5 then. 21.5, 21.5, 2, 22, 22, 22,500. 22,500 bid at 22,500 in the room at 22,500. Proxy's gone at 22,500. At £22,500, the proxy's out. Make no mistake, once again, little flat, no money at all, 22,500. Let's not waste time. First time, second time, third time, all sure, job done, 22.5. Thank you, sir. We move on to lot number 4, flat 27, Riversdale House, Stakeford, Chopping, Northumberland. A re-entry here from the previous auction. There we are. Again, nice little guide price, £15,000. Leasehold, second floor, self-contained apartment. 1 bed, 1 reception room, kitchen, bathroom. Previously let at £3,900 per annum. So there we are, cheap little apartment. Well, how much less than 15,000 can you ask for it? 15, 10, 5, doesn't matter where we start. It's not going to take me very long to get to the guide price. 5,000 and bid, 5,000 bid, £5,000 and bid for it then at 5,000. 5,000, it's a flat £5,000. £5,000 bid for it then at 5,000. Anybody want it? Anybody here for it at 5,000? 5,000 bid. 5,000 and bid for it then at 5,000. 10. 10,000. 10,000 at the back of the room. 10 bid. At £10,000 and bid for it then at 10,000. At 10,000. At 10,000. At 10,000. 12 on the book at 12,000. 12,000. 12,000. 1 may I? 13. 13,000. 13,000 bid. At 13,000 bid for it then at 13,000. At 13,000 only bid for it then at 13,000. At 13,000. 14. 14,000. At 14,000 bid. At 14,000 only bid for it then at 14,000. At 14,000 only bid for it then at 14,000. At 14. At 14,000. Don't let me miss you at 14,000. 15. 15,000. At 15,000. At 15,000 just behind the screen there at £15,000. At 15,000. Make no mistake again, at 15,000. Going to sell at £15,000. At £15,000 I'll be for that at 15,000. First time then at 15,000. Second time at 15,000. Third and final time at £15,000. I saw at 15,000 by number 368. Thank you, sir. We move on to lot number 5, which is withdrawn. Swiftly then on to lot number 6, which is flat A, number 269 St Albans Road, Watford, Hertfordshire WD24, with a guide price of 120,000. one of 3 flats, 2 of which we offer to you today, 1 previously having been sold, 1 bed flat with kitchen, bathroom, and benefiting from double glazing and gas central heating, close to the town centre, currently let achieving £7,800 per annum. Please be mindful of the details contained within the addendum, ladies and gentlemen. There we are, lot number 6, flat A, 269 St Albans Road, Watford, WD24. The guide price of 120,000, well, 120 or 100 to get away quickly, 100,000, 100 where? Well, 90 if you like then. 90,000. Well, I'm going to put it in at 90,000, I think it's going to make more. 90,000 bid. At 90,000 bid for it, then at 90,000. At 90,000 bid. At 90,000 bid for it, then at 90,000. At 90,000 only bid. At 90,000 bid. At 90,000 only bid for it, then at 90,000. At 90,000 bid. At 90,000 only bid for it, then at 90,000. At 90,000. Take 5 you like at 90,000. 5, 95. 95,000. 95,000 bid. At 95,000 bid for then at 95,000. At 95. At 95. 100. 100,000. 100,000 bid. At 100,000 bid for then at 100. At 100,000. At 100,000 bid for then at 100. At 100 and 5. 105. 105 and 110. 110. At 110,000. At 110,000 only bid for then at 110,000. At 110,000 bid. At 110,000 only bid for then at 110,000. 15. 115. 115 my bids in the doorway at 115,000. At 115,000 bid for then at 115,000. At 115. 18. 118,000. At 118,000 only bid for then at 118,000. At 118. At 118,000. At 118,000 bid for then in the room at 118,000. At 118,000 bid. At 118,000 only bid for then at 118,000. First time then at 118. Second time at 118. Third and final time at 118. Ladies and gentlemen, not quite, I'm sorry. Come and talk to us afterwards on there. Not sold, still available. We move on to lot number 7. Very much similar remarks, flat C, at the same address, only this time a little bit bigger. 2-bed flat with kitchen and bathroom. Once again, same remarks apply, close to the town centre, achieving approximately the same rent. Very close, these flats, to Watford Junction and the underground stations. So outstanding for the commuter belt. Lot number 7, flat C, 269 St Albans Road, Watford, Hertfordshire. There we are. Well, you'll have some idea of where we want to be now then. So this is a 2-bedder, same money, 120 or 15 if you like. 115 where? Don't go back, 115,000. Well, I'm going to put you in at 115,000. 115 bid. At 115,000 bid for that at 115. At 115,020. 120. At 120,000. At 120,005. 125. 125, 30 may I. At 120, 30. 130,000. At 130,000 bid. At 130,000 bid for then at 130,000. At 130. At 130,000. At 130,005. At 135. At 135,000. At 135,000 bid. At 135,000. At 135,000 bid for it then at 135. At 135. At 135,000. At 135,000. First time then at 135,000. Second time at 135,000. Third and final time at 135,000. All short, all done. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. Not quite there, I do apologise. Come and talk to us at 135,000. We move on to lot number 8. One of the nice little lots again, lot number 8. 5 Weaver's Brook, Cumberland Close, Halifax, West Yorkshire. HX2. Disclosed reserve, as you can see, below 35,000. Very, very genuine here, purpose-built, first floor flat, long leasehold, 999 years from 2006, 2 beds with reception room, kitchen and bathroom. So there we are, Weavers Brook, Cumberland Close, Halifax, West Yorkshire, with a guide of 30,000 and an idea of the disclosed reserve. Where would you like to be? Put me at 30,000 for it. Lot number 8, 5 Weavers Brook, Cumberland Close, 30,000 or 25 to get away. 25,000, below the guide, well how's 20 then? 20,000 on bid. 20,000 bid for it then at 20,000. At 20 bid. At 20 bid. 2, 22, 22, 4, 24, 24, 24. May I? 6, 26, 28, 28,000. 28,000. Front range on bid at £28,000. At 28,000 bid. At 28,000 bid for it then at 28,000. At 28,000. At 28,000 bid for it then at 28,000. At 28,000. One to help you at £28,000. Bids in the front row at £28,000. At 28,000. At 28,000 only bid for it then at 28,000. At 28,000 only bid for it then at 28. At 28,000. Are you sure you're all done? 5 Weavers Brook at 28,000. At 28,000 only bid for it then at 28,000. All sure? All done? At £28,000. First time, second time, third and final time at 28,000. Thank you, sir. We move on to lots number 9 and 9A, the plots of land in Keston, with a guide price of £6,000. I'm going to offer you these jointly in the sense of I sell you one plot and the successful bidder. Quite happy for you to tell me, would you like lot number 9 or lot number 9A? Please may I refer you to the back of the addendum, which shows a copy of the plan of the land, and that's clearly identified for you, which is lot 9 and which is lot 9A. So, for clarity, I'm going to sell you one lot. You tell me which you want, one or both, doesn't matter to me. Plenty of time. Well fenced amenity land within walking distance of the residential area. Just be aware the pro map is for illustration purposes only and is relatively close to the land but does not signify the land in the catalogue. So there we are. I'm going to operate on the basis of selling you lot 9. If you want the other one, just tell me. Offer you one plot. What do you want to be? A guide of £6,000. Well, I don't think they'll make less. Put it in at 6,000. 6,000 or 5. 5,000. 5,000, well 4 then. Wouldn't really matter if I started at £500. I've still got plenty of time to get there. 3,000. 3,000 bid. £3,000 bid for that at 3,000. 3,000 bid. At £3,000 bid. At £3,000 bid for then at 3,000. May I? At £3,000. At £3,000. I'll take one to help you at £3,000. At £3,000 bid for then at 3,000. At 3,000. At 3,000 bid. 4,000. 4,000. 4,000. 5. 5,000. 5,000. 5,000. 5,000. Have a talk about it. Plenty of time. £5,000. £5,000 bid for then at 5,000. At 5,000. At 5,000 bid for then at 5,000. Don't let me miss you at 5,000. 500? 5.5. 5,500 bid. In the room at 5,500. At 5,500 bid. At 5,500 bid. At 5,500 bid. Treat you the same? 750 he says. 5,750. 5,750. 5,750 he says. 250 to help you. 6,000. It's got to be the price for them. 6,000 bid. £6,000 bid for that at 6,000. In the room at 6,000. Only on the guide, amenity land in Keston, £6,000. £6,000 bid for that at 6,000. At 6,000 bid. Make no mistake, genuine bid in the room at £6,000. First time then, I won't dwell well. Second time at 6,000. Third and final time at 6,000. You're going to lose it at £6,000. Which one would you like?
9.
Lot number 9 is sold for £6,000. Okay? So, for the basis of being academic, I'm therefore going to offer lot 9A. You've just seen 9 sold, so lot 9A, there we are. What would you like to be for it? The value is 6, so £6,000. £6,000. 5 to buy the cheaper one. 4,000 where? You never know, I might still be able to sell it. 4,000. 3 bid. £3,000 a bid for it then at 3,000. 3,000, make no mistake. £3,000 bid at £3,000. At £3,000 bid. At £3,000 for lot 9A at £3,000. At £3,000 bid. At £3,000 a bid for it then at £3,000. At £3,000. May I take 4? At £3,000. Don't buy one and leave the other. At £3,000. At £3,000. At £3,000. It won't be so painful this time. You know how to do it now. At £3,000. At £3,000 a bid for that at 3,000. At 3,000. 4 may I? Promise not to take me so far this time. 4 may I? No? £3,000. At 3,000. 4,000. In the doorway at 4,000. At 4,000 bid. At £4,000 a bid for that at 4,000. At 4. At 4,000 bid. At £4,000 a bid for that at 4,000. Genuine bid in the doorway at £4,000. 500 help? Still thinking about it. I can be still thinking about it. At £4,000. At £4,000. I don't think they're finished yet. At £4,000. At 4,000 bid for that at 4,000. At 4,000 bid. At 4,000 bid. 500 help at 4,000. At 4,000. At 4,000 bid. At £4,000 bid for that at 4,000. In the doorway, genuine bid at 4,000. At 4,000 bid. Yes or no at 4,000. Take 500 to help you at £4,000. First time then, bids in the doorway, £4,000. Second time at £4,000. Third and final time at £4,000. Sure you want to leave it? You sure? At £4,000. Got to make sure. At £4,000. Leave it then at £4,000. Thank you, sir. Okay, we move on to lot number 10. Number 18, Chestnut Grove. Ballymallard, County Fermanagh. BT94, Northern Ireland. Number 18, Chestnut Grove. Freehold 4-bed detached bungalow situated in this exceptional residential estate. 2 reception rooms, oil central heating and double glazing, situated within a high-class residential development, full range of local amenities and within walking distance of the primary school. I speak as somebody who's spent a lot of time in Ireland, so we know quite a lot about the area. There we are, lot number 10, number 18 Chestnut Grove, with a guide price of 110,000. Where would you like to be on it? Anybody here for it? 110, 100, 90, 90,000 where? 90,000 where? Well, 80,000 then. 80,000 Northern Ireland, super little bungalow, you can see it down the picture, 80,000. 80,000 may I have got 80 bid. £80,000 bid for it down at 80,000. At 80. At 80,000 bid. At £80,000 bid for it down at 80,000. At 80,000 bid. At 80,000 bid 5. 85. 85,000. At 85,000 bid for it down at 85,000. At 85. At 85. 90,000. 90,000 bid. At 90,000 bid for it then at 90,000. At 90 bid. At 90,000 bid for it then at 90,000. At 90 bid. At 95. At 95,000 bid. At 95,000 bid for it then at 95,000. At 95,000. At 95,000 bid for it then at 95,000. At 95. At 95,000 bid for it then at 95. Nobody coming at 95,000. At 95,000, bid for that at 95,000. At 95. At 95,000, bid for that at 95. You coming again at 95,000? Yes or no? At 95,000? May I? At 95,000 bid. Ladies and gentlemen, not quite there, I'm sorry. Come and talk to us. Unsold, still available. We move on to lot number 10A, number 66 to 68, Station Road, Lancashire, Blackpool, Lancashire. Misprint in the catalogue there, Blackpool, Lancashire, hadn't even spotted that till I just read it. Guide of 150, detached double-fronted former guest house, as you can see, arranged over 4 floors, with planning consent for conversion into 6 two-bed flats. Vacant possession upon completion. No problems with the planning consent here as it was granted in July 2013. Within walking distance of the promenade and subsequently the South Pier, so the southern end of the city. Exceptional motorway links, as we all know, M55, M62, M60, they're all there, they're all on the doorstep. So there we are, number 66 to 68, Station Road, Blackpool, Lancashire, with a guide of 150,000. We do have a telephone bidder somewhere. Have we got some connection? Yep. Yeah, we've got connection to the telephone bidder. Where would you like to be on it? At the guide, 150. 150 for a low start. Or 150. 40. 30 then. 130 bid. I've got 130 bid on the phone. And 130,000 bid. At 130. At 130,000 bid. At 130 bid. At 130,000 bid. At 130,000 bid for it then at 130,000. At 130,000 bid. At 130. At 130 only bid. 5. 135. 135. 40 may I. At 135. 40. 140. 145. 145,000. 145,000. 50 may I. At 145,000. At 145,000. 50 may I. At 145,000. Yes or no? 50 he says. 150,000. 150,000 bid. At 150,000 bid for it then at 150. At 150. On the telephone at 150. At 150. At 150,000. At 150,000 bid. At 150,000. Take what you like at 150,000. One to help you at 150,000 bid. Development opportunity, you can see the size of it there in the picture. At 150,000. At 150,000. Development opportunity for 6 flats at 150,000. At 150,000 bid. At 150,000 bid. Got to be worth more than twice as much when it's developed as 150,000. At 150,000 bid. At 150,000 take one to help you at 150,000 pounds. At 150. 1. At 150,000 take 1. 51. 151. At 151,000. At 151,000 bid. At 151,000. You all sure? At 151,000. First time then, at 151. Second time on the telephone at 151. Third time on the telephone at 151. 2. 152. At 152,000. At 152,000. May I again? At 152,000. At 152,000. 3. At 152,000. At 152,000 bid. At 152,000 in the room at 152,000.
152.
What? I've got 52. 3.
3.
At 152,000. Give him time at 152,000. At 152,000 bid. May I? At 152,000. At 152,000. 3 is your bid if you want. 3. 153. 153. He says now in the room at 153,000. At 153,000 bid. At 153,000 I am bid. At 153,000. At 153,000 bid. At 153 at 153,000. Don't let him miss you. Bids on the telephone at 153,000. First time then at 153. Second time at 153,000. Make sure, all done, yes and no, at 153,000. Ladies and gentlemen, not quite, I'm sorry. Keep talking to him, shall let's try and do a deal on that one, please, if we may. not sold for the moment. We move on to a very, very tasty little investment lot here. Lot number 11, 117 Princes Avenue, Kingston upon Hull, HU5. I do have a proxy bid on the book, and obviously subject to selling subject to that and the other details. A guide of 180,000 to 200. Outstanding Victorian property, as you can see, in one of the more expensive areas of central Hull. Residential investment. It is fully HMO licensed, make no mistake. 9 bedrooms, 4 with en-suites, as you can see from the investment table there. Current rental income, in fact, now is maximised, so the current rental income is now 39,520. We have 2 new tenancies which were received for the 2 vacant flats by the managing agents yesterday, all signed up and sorted. So the investment you're taking home today is now the 39. So there we are, almost rack rented, subject to a proxy. Number 117 Princes Avenue, Kingston upon Hull, HU5. HMO licensed. Where would you like to be for it? Put it in. The guide is 200. I don't think there's any chance of it making less than 200, so my property's in at 200. 200,000 bid, 200,000 on the property at 200,000. At 200. At 200,000 bid. At 200,000 bid. The property's going to end up with a cheap one here if we're not careful at 200,000. 117 Princes Avenue, looks cheap to me. Nearly £40,000 worth of investment income. 20%. 200 bid. At 200,000 bid for it, then on the book at 200. And 5. 205. 205,000. And 205. 10. 210. 15 is me with the proxy at 215. 215,000. 215,000 for 20% income at 215,000. Well, maybe 19 now. 215,000. 215,000. Genuine income here 20. 220. 220 bid. At 220,000 bid. At 220,000 bid for then at 220. 220. 5's the proxy. 225. 225,000 bid. At 225,000. At 225,000 bid for it, then at 225. At 225, 30. 35 the proxy. 235. May I again? At 235. 40 safe, 240. 240,000 bid. 240,000. 5's my proxy at 245. 245,000 bid. At 245,000 bid for it, then at 245,000. At 245,000, 50 may I? At 245,000. At 245,000 bid. At 245,000 bid for it, then at 245. At 245,000. Just under £40,000 worth of income at 245,000. At 245,000 bid for it, then at 245. At 245 bid. At 245, only bid for it, then at 245. My proxy's in at 245. First time then at 245. Second time at 245. Third and final time at 245,000. All sure, all done at 245. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry, not quite there. Please come and talk to us. Very, very close. Come and have a chat. We move on to lot number 12. Back into London. Back where we know where to be. Flat 17, Havisham House, Elderton Road, Peckham, SE15. With a guide price of 160,000 plus. Long leasehold, 5th floor apartment. Currently achieving 12,480 in investment value. 2-bed kitchen, reception room and bathroom. Gas central heating. And the use of a lift. close to Old Kent Road and Bermondsey Station, so ideal transport links. 125-year lease from 2004 and just £10 a year ground rent. NST is holding over since August 2012. So there we are, flat 17, Havisham House, Elderton Road, Peckham, London. SE15, back to South East London, there we are. Guide of 160. These are going up every day, so put me in at the guide. 160, 160, well 140 if you like. 140, 140 where? It will earn money by next week. 140,000, 40 bid. 140,000 bid for it, then 140,000. At 140,000, 5, 145, at 145, at 145.50, 5, 60, 5, 165,000, at 165,000 bid, at 165,000 bids. Once more in the front row at 165,000, at 165, at 165,000, at 165,000, 70, at 170,000, at 170,000, 5, 175, at 175,000, at 175,000 bid, at 175,000 bid for it, then at 175,000, at 175,000 bid, at 175,000, 80, at 180, at 180, one to help you at 180,000, 1, 181, 181,000, 181,000, 2, 182, 182,000, at 182,000, may I sir? 3, at 183, 4, at 184, 5, 185, at 185, 6, 186, 7, 187, at 187,000, my bid's in the front row at 187,000, at 187,000 bid, at 187,000, flat 17, Havisham House, at 187,000, at 187, at 187,000, at 187,000 only bid for it, then at 187,000, at 187,000 bid, at 187,000 bid for it, then at 187, you all sure? At 187,000, at 187,000 bid, at 187 only bid for it,